Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me. I just discovered that the Kamala Harris campaign has spent over $2 billion, that's billion with the B, dollars trying to stop Donald Trump from being reelected. Over $2 billion. Unbelievable. Let's get right into this article, and hopefully I'll be able to let you guys listen in on a ad that Trump created that I really like, that shows the kind of person he is and the kind of person that, or the kind of message that he's trying to push. The Harris campaign and allied groups spent more than $2.85 billion trying to prevent former President Donald Trump from completing the greatest comeback in American political history, Bloomberg reported on Open Secrets data. The $2.1 billion investment underscores the challenge Trump faces to win re-election, notwithstanding 2 assassination attempts and Democrats' lawfare. Unbelievable. The vast sums does not include millions of funds invested in smaller amounts by Democrat allied organizations. The top organizations that spent $2.85 billion include Harris for President, $875 million. Future Forward, $621 million. DNC, $368 million. Harris Victory Fund, $321 million. All that money. But I'm going to give you my commentary on this buffoonery. Billions and billions and billions. Billions have passed through the coffers of the party's fundraising political action committees, including Democrats Act Blue and Republicans Win Red, which has processed more than 13 million donations and distributed $4.5 billion to other committees. It also says, Trump, but I want to read this part. Trump, however, posted an ad on Monday about overcoming adversity. I don't want you guys to listen in on this ad, and I think this kind of puts the cap on what it's all about in terms of pushing forward and persevering. Let's see here.
Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Never, ever quit. Never quit. Adversity makes you stronger. Don't give in, don't back down, and never stop doing what you know is right. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedoms. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way.
When they couldn't beat him, they tried to bankrupt him.
President Trump is back in a New York City courtroom.
When that didn't work, they tried to put him in federal prison.
Raided by the FBI.
When that didn't work, they even tried to kill him.
He just tried to kill President Trump.
Donald Trump still stands, ready to fight, ready to win, and ready to make America great again.
This is Donald Trump's house, brother.
This election, we all get to choose. I'm going to choose real American leadership and a real American badass. The 45th and soon to be 47th President Donald J. Trump.
Defeat inflation quickly, and we will make.
I just want you guys to listen on just a little bit of that. That puts the icing on the cake. I just want you guys to listen in on that because that was very motivating. You know, one of the things that I like about the clips that I do see of the Donald Trump rallies and the ads is that there is a sincerity there that I don't feel from the clips that I see from Kamala Harris, you know. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true about the people that support her. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are sincere in what they're doing. I believe that they're being misled. I believe they're being deceived. I believe they're being lied to, but they're sincere. They really believe she's the one. Poor defenseless people. But at any rate, here's the deal that I have with this. If you got to think about this, over $1 billion in trying to stop Trump, all that money they spent in trying to stop this man, and yet when it came down to the hurricane situation, they could barely, or rather did not want to, in my opinion, give anything to American citizens. What was it, like $760, $760, something like that, from each individual that had problems suffering, during the hurricane, particularly in Florida? That's what you gave them? But they spent hundreds of billions of dollars given to Ukraine and over $1 billion trying to stop Trump. But yet people still want to vote for these Democrats. These Democrats don't give a about any American. Now you can poop and snot and fart about the Republicans and all this kind of stuff, but right now, these Democrats that we have right now don't give it a pile of doo-doo about the American people. You're going to spend that amount of money to stop your opponent with a lot of stuff that's just as ignorant and having no real foundation of truth whatsoever. Unbelievable. That's what I wanted to say about it. The audacity of these Democrats, the audacity of them to spend that amount of money on trying to keep this man from getting. Now, both political parties have spent tons of money. I get it. And that always is the case when it comes down to campaigning, especially when it comes down to getting to the line, which is about to take place tomorrow. Okay. That I can understand the intensity on both sides when it comes to spending tons of money to push against, if you will, their opponent. I get it. But this is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And in my opinion, absolutely ridiculous in the face of what the Democrats could have done with some of that money. Do you think that if they get in office, they're going to help you? Do you really believe that? The borders are coming open. I'm going to keep going into that. If she gets in, them borders are not closing. She said herself she's not going to do anything different than what Biden did. How come anybody doesn't see that? How come no one sees that? That makes no sense to me. You mean to tell me that these people are so brainwashed that she said right in the interview that she's not going to change anything that Biden done? You mean to tell me that they're that brainwashed, they're that dumbed down, they're that ignorant that they don't hear and see that? That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. You cannot justify that. There's no way of justifying it. Well, maybe there's no way of justifying it other than to say, unfortunately for these people, they are brain dead and they're being brainwashed. They're brain dead, but yet they're being brainwashed. If she gets in, that's what's going to end up happening. Kamala Harris and these Democrats don't give a rat's tail about you. They just don't. And so spend that amount of money is unbelievable and totally unacceptable. But I just wanted to say that. I wanted to read that to you guys because that's ridiculous, man. That's absolutely ridiculous to show you how these people. But I thank God for the ad that Trump gave, And I wasn't able to show you guys a picture. Someone made a comment in the commentary box about me being, eventually being able to show you guys clips. I'm going to try to do that. I just don't have the software for it right now. And money, finances right now is not exactly where I want them to be. I'm being a little transparent there. Where I can get software will enable me to do that. But prayerfully, hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do those type of things so that maybe perhaps I can get more views and so forth. But yeah. The ad he done was very motivational. And yes, he was right. Never quit. And I personally believe that Trump is standing in the way of the globalist elite. That's the bigger picture. He's standing in the way of the globalist elite whose objection is to destroy America and destroy the West. Because the whole idea of open borders, what a lot of people don't know, the whole idea of open borders isn't just a problem here in America. It's a problem in Europe. It's a problem in England. Yes. Same situation. Open borders, same situation. What's going on here? Who's doing this? Huh? Think about that. It's a global issue. The purpose is to break down the cohesiveness of the countries in the West in order to recreate them into something else, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. It's all about a global agenda. and Trump is in their way. But I believe, and this is just my opinion on this, I could be wrong. It could be something else going on. He could be a part of the plan. But if not, I believe personally the reason why Trump is still alive and the reason why he's still plugging forth is by the grace of God. There must be some divine reason, perhaps, of him still going forth even after 2 assassination attempts on his life. Even after all the lawfare that the Democrats have used to try to oppose him, it hasn't worked. He's still trucking along and winning. That's unprecedented. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that, it's just absolutely ridiculous how these people want to spend all this kind of money trying to destroy this man. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, they could have took some of that money, maybe $100 million, and helped these people out in these hurricane Latin places. You could have took maybe $100 million and DVD that out. That would have been that probably would have changed the trajectory of the people that needed the help towards the Democrats. But they couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. No. They couldn't do it because we're nothing but sheep to them. We're nothing to them, okay? We're nothing to the elites. Remember that. Remember that. In case you so lovey-dovey with Kamala Harris and the people that surround her, which are nothing but a bunch of soft-core communists, remember that. Remember when they get in office and really take complete control and power in this country. When the real radicals and real revolutionaries really take over, remember what I told you. Remember what I told you when they started arresting people for believing in God. Remember what I told you when they started arresting people for giving their opinion on the corruption of the government. Remember what I told you when they started dragging people out of the churches and dragging people out of the schools and arresting teachers and arresting other people simply because they won't go along with this crap that they're pushing in the schools. Remember what I told you. Remember. Because that's where this country is fast approaching. If it doesn't change, if the American people don't wake up and smell the coffee, the tea, the crumpets, and everything else, they better wake up because it's going to happen, in my opinion. It's going to happen, period, bottom line, if this country doesn't wake up. But that's what I had to say. What do you guys think about this? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.